welcome everybody to Coach's Corner. We are presented by WBCO, WQEL, Crawford County Now, and the OH Report. I'm Tim Byrie, and tonight we are with the girls basketball team from Crestline High School, and we have with us tonight Coach Mickey Spears, and then also two of the players from the Bulldogs, Jocelyn Novelet and Kennedy Sipes. And first of all, real quick, so I have some ideas about some things. Kennedy, what year are you in school?
I'm a senior.
You're a senior, and
I'm a
freshman. Okay. So, Coach, we were talking earlier. You're like into your NBA week of basketball, I guess, this week. What 4 games this week you got to play? And it's just kind of incredible that after that, how many games do you have? I mean, you're well past 2/3 of the season, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we're 10-6 right now, so we have 4 games left.
4 games left. That's crazy. So has it went really fast for you as well?
Yeah, it's went really quick.
Well, you know, Coach, you're having some success this year, you know, and got it going a little bit, but not a huge roster.
No.
So how do you kind of balance all that stuff?
Getting people to come in, having some alumni come in, and then just making sure the girls are in shape and getting them to know the plays and stuff like that. It's hard to go to practice with only 6 or 8 girls. They don't get the action like they would if they were a 5-on-5. So we have to do a lot of up and down, 3-on-3 or 4-on-4.
They're kind of like a fine line too when you don't have a lot of girls, you don't have a lot of depth. You know, you want to make sure they're in really great shape, but at the same time, they still have to have some legs to play the games.
Yeah, we do a lot of conditioning, but you can see it in the 3rd and 4th quarters that they're starting to get tired. But for the most part, the girls do really good all the way through.
All right, start out with Kennedy. Going to the. So the good part is, you get to play a lot.
Right.
The bad part is you have to play a lot. So what's that like? And Coach saying you got to do a lot of conditioning, you got to do all these things, but then, some games you're probably looking over to the bench and saying, "Where's that sub?"
Yeah, it's really tough since we don't have the numbers, but we just have to play the game and then work and practice.
Okay, great. And Kennedy, how big of a jump was it, for how many freshmen do you guys have?
5 or 4.
5 out of the 9, or
yeah.
So was it a tough thing to then create some camaraderie, some teamwork types of things together?
It was tough, but we've always had a young team, and we just had to all form new bonds since they're coming from middle school to high school. It was hard.
And then Jocelyn, was it a tough jump going from junior high basketball to suddenly, you're playing junior high 8th grade against 8th graders, and then all of a sudden you're on varsity and it's like you're playing girls that are 3 and 4 years older than you are.
Yeah, it's definitely a change and different than middle school.
So, practices, let's go to one other thing. What kind of things do you guys go out and try to talk other girls into playing and seeing if you can get some more out?
We try, but it doesn't really work the best.
Yeah, but you are having some success. You're winning some games, and so that has to make it somewhat enjoyable, more than maybe it was, especially for you being a senior now.
Yeah.
In previous years when wins were few and far between, I guess we might say.
Yeah, this is my season that I've had the most wins since my freshman year, and I think even before that, this is the most wins we've had in a season.
And it's just crazy. And then I forgot I was telling Coach before, I coached at Crestline at one point. I was the boys basketball coach for 4 years. But I don't think you were born at the time. It's like I forget, that was like in 2006. So you probably weren't born by then.
No, I wasn't.
Were you 2006?
That was
were
my
you?
birth year.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So you probably don't remember me coaching much there. But because it was during those years, girls basketball was you know, and boys basketball, we were pretty good in both. The girls were really good. And, you know, so anything, Coach, you know, and then we'll come back to them, you know, any explanation for, you know, the drop-off that happened all of a sudden and then, you know, just trying to rebuild it?
I think a lot of it is the open enrollment and then plus the districts, the way they're set up. Back in the day, you know, there was no open enrollment for us when we were in high school. It was just, you know, you had to play where you lived. Now that open enrollment comes, these kids can go pretty much any joining school they wanted to. It hurts the smaller schools compared to the bigger schools. But getting the girls to come out and working hard and stuff like that, some of them just doesn't want to. They're ready to stay in school and not do anything. So.
Well, that, you know, for you guys, so it is a few more wins, and hopefully you can build on that, you know, and, you know, Jocelyn, you can look at it and say, well, I was a part of it. I helped get it going a little bit, and then, you know, for Kennedy, it's you've got to try to keep it going and try to keep. So, like, do you have, how many girls do you have playing junior high, Coach?
I have 10 eighth graders. Out of that 10 eighth graders, 2 seventh graders.
Okay.
No, wait a minute, take that back. 10 eighth graders and 7 seventh graders.
Okay. So have you talked to any eighth graders yet about trying to get them, Kenny, to keep playing?
Yeah, I have. Most of them seem like they're going to keep going on for next year.
Because that would be huge, I guess, you know,
Yeah.
if you can get all 10 of them, you know, back out there. Then with the freshmen you already have. And Jocelyn, other than you, how many other seniors are there?
Just me and 2 other
And
seniors.
2 others. So, you know, so you could, you know, that would be a massive difference for going from 8 or 9 to 16.
Yeah, it
You
would
know,
be.
Yeah.
so, you know, now you can have normal practices again and doing all that kind of stuff. What kind of things, you know, do you guys do? What kind of things to make sure you're still having some fun? And, you know, because I know someday, you know, especially as you're getting towards this part of the season where it's like, this is kind of a rough part to go through because you're getting tired and, you know, and things. So what do you guys do to try to have some fun?
Well, during practices, we like pick our favorite drills that we like to do, or if we have like a big win, we go out to eat after. So that's the things that keep us
Cool.
going.
What kind of things you like doing?
Just like certain drills that we like in our team bonding.
What's your favorite drill?
3-on-2, 2-on-1.
Yes, I've always been big on that one. I've always liked that. What's yours?
I think that's mine too. I just like getting up and down the court
Uh-huh.
when I can.
And I guess, Coach, that's one of them that, you know, you can, that I've always thought, you can trick them into getting really good conditioning while they're still having some fun.
Yes,
You
it's a
know?
good drill.
You know, and you can get them up and down, like they said, you can get them up and down, get them doing some things and having some fun. You know, one of the things, you know, Coach, you're always, you know, I'm sure you're always looking for, that all coaches are looking for some kind of improvement. You know, and you got that weird opportunity, I guess, this week, you know, we were talking about Monday's game over at Central Christian and, you know, where the ball went up and like a hockey game broke out or something, where it was kind of physical, huh?
Yeah, very. We
Yeah,
have a lot of scratches.
So, yeah, so now you play them again tomorrow night?
Yes.
Yeah, so a couple nights later, so you'll get to see, you know, how much better we can get against, you know, a pretty good basketball team.
Yeah, they're going to their place is a little different than coming to our place. It's the travel. The girls have to travel and they can be on a bus for an hour and 10 minutes, whatever it is, and then getting off the bus. And then once we got off the bus, you know, it's, you know, getting the girls ready and getting them shooting and stuff. Compared when we play at home, we are much more relaxed, more ready to play. So we'll see the different changes.
Sure.
There's some things that changed in offense and defense this week, so we'll see.
Okay. And so what are you guys looking for tomorrow night?
A win.
A win. Very good.
A lot
Absolutely.
of improvement
Uh-huh.
from last week to this, not this week.
Well, so what's one couple of the things, what's something you think, Jocelyn, that you got to really do better than you did Monday night?
Communicating, talking to each other, letting each other know where the players are.
Trying to break the press, getting back on defense.
Uh-huh. Coach, it's funny, you know, that Jocelyn brings up communication. Because I think, even though I've been out of it for like 12 years. It was like, oh, yes, some of my more legendary outbursts at all of especially the last places would be about communicating and me screaming at them. That they should all have their phones out, because then at least maybe they could text each other, since they don't know how to talk to each other anymore.
You're right.
Some of those other things. So what do you do? Anything you do, Coach, to try to get them to communicate better?
Instead of yelling at them,
Uh-huh.
I've actually did a thing today where I turned the music on the loudspeakers
Mm-hmm.
and made them talk and yell at each other. And I didn't want to hear the music. I want to hear their voices. That's one of the biggest things that we lack of is communication with each other. You see that we'll pass the ball and that person is not paying attention or didn't know that you're going to pass it to them. So if you say their name, then they know you're getting ready to pass to them. So there's different things that you can do. So it's getting improved. It's actually a big improvement from
Mhm.
at the beginning of the season till now. But it seems like once we start to get a little down on a game, they stop doing the fundamentals.
Okay. And then just real quick before we play a game, with communication, how do you guys think you do individually communicating? Is it something you got to get a lot better at? Especially you being a freshman.
Yeah, I could definitely get better at it. I could work on it.
Uh-huh.
As a senior, that's like kind of my role to communicate with them. So
Uh-huh.
I really try hard during games, but
Great.
when we're down, it's hard to keep up
Sure.
the communication.
Sure, absolutely. Well, we got a couple games that we like playing here. Our first one is Boom versus Zoom. Boomers versus Zoomers. This one's going to be a tough one for you guys. I'm going to admit it right now. Because what we do, we have some questions for you guys from the year that your coach graduated from high school.
Oh my gosh.
And what year was that, Coach?
I graduated in '93.
So these are, yeah. So good luck. So, let me make sure I get, okay, here we go. So I asked about 10 of, all 10 of them?
Not at once.
Yeah, but okay. So here we go. If you get some of these right, to me, it's really impressive. Elton John, do you know who he is?
Is he a singer?
Yes, there we go. All right, but unfortunately, you don't get credit for that part. He was in Melbourne, Australia, and he was doing a concert. And he had to quit the concert early because there was an invasion of some kind of, and I'll give you a hint, some kind of bug. So they quit, they ended the concert before it was supposed to be over, and people weren't very happy. It's also the name of a drink, but you guys probably shouldn't know that. Do you have any idea, or just take a wild guess?
Cockroaches. Cicadas.
Close? Yes?
Mosquitoes.
Oh, grasshoppers. There were grasshoppers all over the place. And so they had to cancel his concert. All right, here we go. Number 2. Oh, gosh. I think she died before these guys were born. So, who sang the hit song, I Will Always Love You? And you get bonus points if you can sing the song.
It says sing it well.
Oh, sing it well. I will be surprised if they
Can
can
we get
even.
a hint?
Oh, gosh. Yes. Her last name is also the name of a city in Texas.
Houston.
Whitney Houston.
There you go. We'll give you that one.
You want to sing the song?
No, I don't even know
You're
what
not
it
ready?
is.
No?
I don't know
You
how
up?
it
I
goes.
don't even know.
Kenny, you
I
know?
don't know those songs.
Okay.
Can to sing?
Uh,
Oh, he's on the phone.
we don't want that either. All right. And, you might know this one. There was an animated TV show featuring 2 friends who sat around and watched music videos all day and got into a lot of trouble. So it was like a cartoon. Coach already got it.
He watched a lot when this came out.
Coach has got this one.
Tom and Jerry.
At least it's a cartoon characters.
I have no idea.
Coach?
Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead.
I've
I
never
don't know
heard of that.
They never
So do you
heard of
guys, so do you guys ever even watch this? Guys your age even watch MTV anymore?
No, not really.
Really? No.
No.
It was big on MTV. All right. This artist actually gave it up this year. Oh gosh! After telling us he would never give up. Where's this? You write that question? You're killing these guys. Do you have any idea? And I can't even give you a hint because I don't know who he is either.
Presley.
I bet Coach at least has a chance.
What was it?
All right. This artist actually gave it up this year after telling us he would never give us up. So he must have had a song that had maybe those words in it or something. I don't know.
That's a hard one.
His name is Rick Astley.
Never
Any of you
heard
guys
of
back there hear of Rick Astley? Coach? You're it, huh? Gosh. Okay, well, here we go.
Play the song for you during the break. and you're
Oh,
like,
all right.
"Oh."
All right. What was the one thing Meatloaf wouldn't do for love?
Put it
Ketchup.
together.
By the way, Meatloaf is a singer.
Oh, I thought you were like the food.
That's why
It's not the food. It's not the food. It's the guy's name.
Oh.
If I was an English teacher, I'd probably be able to say what kind of word that is, what part of grammar it is, but I wasn't an English
Make
teacher.
one up. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. But the song was called, he gave up that,
He would do anything for love, but he would not give up. Do that.
but I would not do that. All right, gosh. Oh, gosh. They just keep getting worse for you. So I'm just- Which of these had a #1 song in 1993? Which group? SR-71, WD-40, UB-40, or 311?
UB40.
No, three.
W.
No, not WD-40.
You already got it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Outstanding.
Good job, Jocelyn.
Was that a total guess?
Yeah.
Yeah. But a good one. So if you have a test tomorrow, maybe you're on a roll. Guessing. No, don't guess.
Awesome.
I'm supposed to be a teacher. I shouldn't say this. All right.
You need help with that?
Samwise Gamgee finally got on the football field, and we chanted this film's name ever since. So it was, you may have watched, you may have seen this. It's kind of an inspirational film about a guy who walked on to play football at Notre Dame. And now people chant his name all the time because that's what they did in the film.
Waterboy?
Close.
Close.
I forget what the movie's
I
called.
don't know any other movies.
I don't know.
Coach?
I can't remember exactly what his name was.
Rudy.
Rudy. That's
Rudy.
it.
So he was named Rudy Rudiger, and he was like this real little guy that walked on and played football at Notre Dame.
Oh.
So, yeah,
Inspirational.
it's very inspirational, and that's what he does for a living now. He gives inspirational talks. All right, the Chicago Bulls. So this is when Michael Jordan played.
Okay.
You heard of it?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay. They defeated this team to win their 3rd straight title. And I'll give you a hint. Let's see. Kevin Durant plays for them now.
Phoenix Suns.
There we go. Very good.
You're good.
You're all over that one. Do you like the Suns?
Only because Devin Booker.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, he's pretty good. All right, this is a great one. All right, currently, Windows OS is on version 11. What was the version in 1993? So now it's 11. So what do you think in 1993 the version was?
Is it higher or lower?
Much lower.
2.
Close.
3.
1.
Yeah,
Did it?
he guessed it. There we go. Well, 3.1, but we'll give you 3.
Yeah.
All right, last question. Do you know what grunge music is?
No.
No.
Then you're going to have trouble with this one. So grunge was taking over in 1993. Name any grunge band.
Annie.
The Rolling Stones.
The Beatles.
No, not that old.
Oh,
was a
Wait,
guy.
what
Kurt
kind?
Cobain was in one of the groups.
It's like a shirt that people make.
The Rolling Stones.
Oh, that. I see got it.
Rolling Stones is a rock band.
That's the only one of these guys I really heard much of is the one that Kurt Cobain was in.
We'll let Coach answer for it. Just any grunge band. Any.
Never heard of a grunge band before.
Yeah. So
I
think you
was
might.
more into rock and country.
yeah, all right. Well, Nirvana is who Kurt Cobain.
Nirvana, it's actually a shirt.
Well, yeah.
Should have known.
You have the shirt?
No, I
Oh,
don't.
oh.
So Green Day
And let's see, Pearl Jam,
program, yeah.
Soundgarden, never heard of them. Alice in Chains,
Yeah.
and I heard of them.
I didn't know
Stone
they were-
Temple Pilots.
I didn't know they were called grunge bands.
Oh my gosh, that
We all were.
was a rough one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Just a couple other questions, Coach. You got real quick. Tournament draws probably coming up soon,
Sometime in February.
and I know it's changed a whole bunch because
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you seed anybody anymore, or some computer.
Max
seeding.
Prep does all the seeding
Yeah,
now.
so they're doing all that. So is that something, like, would that be a goal for these guys, to just get a win in the tournament?
Yeah.
Is that something that would be really important to you guys?
Yeah, that's our goal.
Uh-huh. And, and again, it's all possible. It really is. And I just think, so as you guys are looking at it, as season's winding down, you got 4 or 5 games left, what's some of the things you really want to accomplish? Especially, let's start with you because, you're kind of wrapping it up.
Yeah. I want to get a few more wins under our belt before tournaments, and we competed last year in our tournament game for the first half, and then we just kind of lost it the second half. So I really want to win our first tournament game this year.
And how is it important to you to try to send her out with some of those things?
It's important because, we can make history this year if we do well.
Great. And Coach, how are you looking at it? With what are you going to really, what are a couple of the keys for that to happen, for them to get a couple more wins, for them to get a tournament win?
To play hard, to communicate with each other. They're going to really have to work at it with our couple more games that we have coming. If we get a better seat, I think it will help us out a lot.
Okay. Well, hey, good luck this week. Good luck with all those things. We have one more game. I think this one's a little easier. So the next game we're going to play is called Same Page. Okay? So, let me get to our questions. So, exactly how does this one work?
All right.
I haven't been here for a while, so I gotta make sure.
Okay, so we're gonna learn so where is your sheet here?
All right.
We gotta get on the same page here.
Yeah, I
No
know.
pun intended.
Yeah. So I don't know. Oh, here they are. Oh, here we go. Is this where they spin?
No, that's 10 spin.
That's 10 spin. All right. Then I'm lost.
All right, let me find it.
All right, go, if you can help us get on the same
Yeah.
page.
All right, so same page is you're gonna ask Coach questions.
Oh, that's right, I asked Coach questions.
Yes, and they're gonna try to, I'm gonna find this for you, so you
Okay.
can ask them.
All right, and then,
So they start, there we go.
oh, here we go, yeah, all right, got it, now I got it.
Now we're
Yeah.
on the same page.
There we go. So I asked Coach the question, and they answer,
We're gonna see if we can get them on
and
the
he
same page.
sees if you guys, if your answers match his answers.
Okay.
Correct, and we're gonna bring out the whiteboard for this.
All right, so you gotta use a whiteboard and write your answers down. And then, so here's question number 1. Which player is most likely to get a technical foul for an excessive celebration? So not for yelling at the ref, but for celebrating too much when you do something good. Coach?
Sipes.
They were kind of all over that, Kenny. Huh? Kenny, they had it down. Unbelievable. All right, so match that one perfect.
Yeah.
Well, this could be an easy one because there's only a limited number of girls that are this old. The teammate that got their license, but we're not sure how she got her license.
Kennedy.
You don't have it like.
Cole.
I thought it was if we get.
No.
If we
Oh, Corey.
Then it is Corey.
It's Corey.
Oh, so they went with Corey, okay.
Yeah.
And it's 1 a.m., and I have an idea for a play. Who is still up that you could call? Which player? So, Coach, you have the idea for a new play, and you want to call someone on the team. Who might still be awake?
I want to say Kennedy.
Can you just better
Jocelyn. Jocelyn.
Ah,
Yeah, it's Jocelyn. She's always awake. I swear she never
you don't sleep
sleeps.
I try to.
Oh,
It just doesn't work out.
all right. Oh, this could be an easy one from what you said earlier. It's Coach's birthday. You're going to buy him concert tickets. Will it be for Drake or Taylor Swift? Coach?
It better be Drake. Taylor Swift.
Oh. Are you just trying to stick it to him a little bit? Or what? All right, final question. What song is Coach tired of hearing during either practice or warm-ups?
I don't know certain song.
You don't even know the words to
You can
that.
sing it.
No, I'm just gonna say.
Yeah.
I don't even know the name of the guys' song that you guys play over and over again.
But there is one.
There is one.
Okay.
There is.
All right.
I don't know the name of it though. They do.
I don't know which
What
one
you
you're
going with
talking
then?
about. I said either country because that's all we play, or Stick Season. We play that
I would
one a
go
lot.
with the country song that she plays all the time.
Yeah, all right.
Play a lot of country songs.
Well, you guys were pretty good, 3 out of 5 on that one. And no hints.
Yeah.
So that was a great night. Well, that's pretty much it for tonight with the Crestline girls. Good luck tomorrow night,
Thanks.
with the rematch, and good luck the rest of the season. And, let's bring home that tournament win, huh?
Yep, that's the
So
plan.
if you guys don't mind, we're going to go to some commercial breaks. And if you hang out real quick, we're going to take a picture with both the guys and the girls. And then if you want to grab something to eat or make fun of these guys when they come on, it's all up to you.
Okay.
He's going to send a line drive down the field. It'll be fielded on the bounce. That is Schieffer. Schieffer finds a hole at the center. Schieffer turns on the burners. Schieffer could go. He's at the 50, 45. He's got one man to beat. Schieffer with the ball in his left hand. He's going to take it to the house. Whitford opens up the second half with the kick return touchdown.
back at Coach's Corner. I'm still Tim Byrie, but now we are with the Crestline boys basketball team, and we are with Coach Paul Webb, and two of the players, Kieran Barnett and Carter Giesige. Did I say it right? Giesige. I changed. I can't believe I changed.
Nobody ever messes that up.
I know. Yeah, no, that's all right. I'm used to it. No one. Do they even put in? I got to ask you this one, Carter. Do they even just like put in random letters in your name when they try to pronounce it? And it's like, how are you saying it that way? Like my
Yeah.
name's Byrie, and people used to call me Birdie,
Yeah,
and it would be
sometimes.
like, how did you get a D? There's no D in my name. You know.
We just
But
call him
anyways.
Goose. We just call him Goose. That's the
Yeah,
easiest way.
there you go. Well, Coach, it's your first year. You know, you took over, you know, a program that had some success, but
sir.
also lost a bunch of guys.
Yes, sir.
You
Yeah.
know, you graduated a lot. So what's it been like, you know, your first year and just trying to, you know, get it going again, get it rebuilt and
Obviously, when you have a young team and you have a team rebuilding, there's the ups and downs of it. The positive is we're really young. We have quite a bit of talent. Our 8-9 guys are talented. None of them graduate, and the upswing in them is very evident. They work hard and they do all the things that we ask. So you're gonna have the highs and lows of coaching maybe a young team, an inexperienced team, but the one thing I'll say is they're really fun to be around. They don't complain. Whatever I ask them to do, they really get after it.
well, and that, you know, and that could be so important. You know, I at different stops had some rebuilding things to do, and I, you know, obviously it's, you said it right. The biggest thing is if you can, you know, get these guys and they buy in and they play hard, and they got good attitudes to be around, you know, you can get through it. And that's what's kind of crazy, as I mentioned when we were talking earlier with the girls. I mean, it's like 2/3 of the season's over already.
Yeah, went really quick. You know, once you start going, you start playing 2-3 days a week. Next thing you know, you have 7 games left. So
And that's what you got left right now,
Yep.
7 to go.
Mhm.
And how many of them, you just have one game yet to make up?
yeah, one game we have St. Pete's. We added them February 19th.
Okay. Great. Couple things, you know, as we have our, you know, our two players. Kieran, what year are you?
I'm a sophomore.
You're a sophomore. And then Carter, you're a junior, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I thought I remembered. Did you, Karen, you play football as well?
Mhm.
Okay. Because I just did some, I know I did a couple of your football
Yeah.
games. And then, yeah, you know, I talked to your stepdad and your gramps and all those guys. That's how old I am. I used to hang out with your grandfather. But, you know, so talk a little bit about it. You know, I know you don't have as many wins probably as you'd like to have right now, but, you know, yet, you know, I've seen you a couple times on live streams and different things. You know, you guys, especially, you seem to, you know, really, you're into games always at halftime. You know, third quarter goes on, and then, you know, slow but sure, you know,
Yeah.
it seems like either your depth catches up with you a little bit, or whatever it might be. But you know, so what's it been like for you guys? Coach said it's been fun being around you guys. You know, other than you're not winning as much, are you having a good time?
Yeah. I like the new coach and all the coaches we got. I like what they're doing. I feel like we're more solid as a team.
Good. What
Yes.
what do you think, Carter?
Yeah, same for me. I like the coaches. They're doing good with us, and we're growing slowly, but we'll get there.
Well, you know, and that's a great attitude to have. You know, because that's what it is. You just got to get better, you know, every day. You know, you find a way, find somehow to get better. Coach, have you been able to get, you know, with all the crazy weather all of a sudden that happened, and as some of the snow days I call for no apparent reason, snow days. But are you able to get some practices in?
Yeah, I think we've only missed maybe one practice due to weather.
Okay.
Otherwise, we've been able to get in. So that really hasn't affected us.
Okay, good.
And I think the one day that we had the snow day, I think that was after a really physical game. And I was kind of like, you know, a day off. I think Kieran had hurt his knee that game. So it's like, you know, a day off may not be bad.
Uh-huh.
And then I found out that they were all at the Y playing pickup. So I was kind of like, well, we got 4 or 5 guys going to Y on
Uh-huh.
there on the snow day. I'm not going to be mad about that. So they got it in and then.
What are you looking for, you know, going into these last 7 games? What are some of the things you're really going to emphasize that you guys just got to get better at if you're going to start, getting some of these wins and finishing all 32 minutes?
Yeah, the biggest thing for us would be rebounding. Actually, the defense has picked up. For a while there, our defense was frustrating. Now, I think with a young team and learning a new system, they're learning gap defense. They're learning to box out, to be honest. And they're really picking that up lately. I mean, last night, Seneca East is great, and we played them last night, and our kids fought. I mean, that was the first game I really thought they were really fighting for rebounds. They're starting to figure it out. Our big guy, Brett, he's a young kid, hasn't played a lot of basketball, and last night he was really pushing kids around using his size. So if we can rebound and we can really shore up the little things on defense, we have an opportunity to really play pretty well down the stretch. These guys, like I said, that offensively, I don't get too worried about us offensively. We have enough players offensively that if we stick to what we're doing, we run through our sets, we run through our motion, we usually get good shots and have an opportunity to stay in the game offensively. So it's really a defense and rebounding thing for us.
What year are those? The two guys that, you switch them in and out, they both look really young.
Yeah,
are
we have a sophomore, a junior, and a freshman that play a lot for us.
Okay.
So Derek McCune's our other starter. He's also a junior, but we don't
Okay.
graduate anybody after this year. We start a freshman. He's a very talented kid.
Mhm.
He has great court vision. Just when you're a freshman, you are definitely going to go through growing pains, and he's just trying to catch up to the speed of the game right now.
Okay. All right. And then for you guys, how do you see it? For you personally, what do you really want to, what do you really want to get better at in these last few weeks, last 7 games, and then into the tournament?
I mean, just like Coach said, rebounding really has been a big problem for us. Having all 5 guys just going in at once, it just hasn't been there. But it's been getting better.
Is it a matter of, Coach was saying, doing a lot of box out drills and different things like that versus, or a combination of, not only boxing out, but then going really aggressively after the ball?
Yeah, I mean, there is times like where we'll box out and then nobody will just run to the ball. It's just, I don't know, we're young. We're just learning.
I used to say, Coach, I don't know if I think they got that rebound that time because the one guy jumped.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Our
like, how
problem
about
is-
that? That guy that jumped for the ball got it.
Our problem is we jump, but we don't box out.
Okay, well, yeah,
That's kind
it's
of our
hard to
problem.
get,
Got to be in between. They're good.
yeah, something, to
Yeah.
get him to do both. And then, Carter, what are you looking to really get to improve on as the rest of this season is closing out?
Oh, well, I need to work on my rebounding, and I need to work on getting in my gap and defense because I'm struggling with that. I turn away and ball watch a lot, so I need to work on that.
The old days, you used to be able to do some things that you probably can't do nowadays as a coach and get away with like I would if they were not looking at the ball. I'd throw a ball at them.
Yeah, yeah,
and say, "This is the only thing that can score, right?"
yeah.
You know?
We're probably not going to do that at practice. Just
Yeah,
if
but that's
anyone's
probably.
watching at home,
But I would
you
just
know.
probably caution you on doing it. You played for a guy that could have got away with that. And,
Yeah,
but that was back in the day.
yeah.
But yeah, and so I think, then what about with the rest of it, Coach? So you got 9 varsity players, what you're saying?
Yep,
And then are you playing a JV schedule?
yep.
And I saw you where you played. Are you playing any freshman games or
No,
anything?
no, we don't have a
okay.
freshman team yet.
So and then how's your junior high number wise?
I think they have 7 or 8 7th graders. We only have 2 8th graders. Our
Okay.
numbers aren't great, but I did anticipate taking over. It may take a minute for them to kind of figure out who we
Mhm.
are. I know we talked about open enrollment. I heard the girls talk
Mhm.
about that as an issue. I think the biggest thing that I'm hoping that these guys change, because I really believe in this group, that when people start seeing the success and the little kids see the success,
Mhm.
that they want to be them.
Sure.
And if they can get us where I believe they'll get us, then I'm not as worried about numbers. Because
Mhm.
once you start winning ball games
Sure.
and stringing it together, and like I said, these two are great players. They're great role models. We get the kids watching them. I think the numbers will take care of themselves. So that's my goal.
And then with you guys carrying it, do you think that's also part of your responsibility as basketball players now at Crestline to not only get it turned around while you're playing, but try to talk to some of these younger kids about saying, hey, we can do this. Basketball is a great, we have fun doing it. It's enjoyable. We can do this and we can get those things going. Are you trying to do any of that kind of thing, or maybe in the off season, looking forward to doing something to talk? Just try to get, you're playing. Do you play all three sports? You
Yeah.
play baseball too?
I play track.
Oh, you
and
track. So, and do you do anything this
Nah,
spring?
I just
All right.
play
All right. So, getting out to those younger kids and talking to them about, we need numbers. How do you go about it?
Yeah, I mean, I talk to younger kids a lot.
Uh-huh.
I talk to a lot of the 8th grade team and the 7th grade team because they're like in our school hallway, keep them
Oh,
checking,
okay.
whatever.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, we show up to camp every Saturday.
And then Carter, especially for you, not only in basketball, but, I don't know what the numbers are in track, but football, you
Yeah.
just need some more guys.
Yeah, I did it for all three sports. I talked to some people,
Uh-huh.
trying to get them out there to play, because football, we have the same problem. We have a lot
Are
of
you
kids.
getting, are some of them showing some interest? you think?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Well, stick with it, because, especially, have your parents and stuff, were they from Crestline as well?
No.
Okay. You got all kinds of people that have, around you that have played in Crestline and things, and, probably talking about all those good days, and it'll get there again. You just gotta, like Coach said, winning, it's amazing how kids don't open and roll when you start winning.
Yes, sir.
Those 4 years that I was there, we didn't lose, we had a couple kids move, we had kids move in. We didn't have kids that were moving out.
Yep.
Because they wanted to be a part of it. I coached football back in that time as well, for a year. And, unbelievable. We had like 58 guys playing football that year. So, a few more than you guys, I think, had the last few years. But yeah, so, but let's play. Let's have a little fun. Got a game. You guys should be able to do a little better than this, maybe than the young ladies did, because your coach is much younger. So, again, we're going to go the Boomers versus the Zoomers questions for the boys. So this was from when Coach graduated from high school, which was 2005,
Yeah,
right?
2005.
Okay, so you guys, I'm sure you got a better shot. At least, you were almost born in that year. Me, I was thinking about retirement by that time. You guys weren't quite born yet. But anyways, here we go. A website. In 2005, there was a website dedicated to mostly watching cat videos that was launched in 2005. It changed the world. It's a website that is still around today and very popular. In fact, a lot of your games are on that now. Are on-
Facebook? No, YouTube.
There we go.
Wait, Carter.
So YouTube, but you got the two most likely categories, the ones to be. So 1 for 1. This A-list actor. Oh, this is we've had a long talk about this one. This A-list actor, so big famous actor, he found it impossible. That's another hint to who he was. To not jump on Oprah's couch. So he just had a big another, what do they call it, a reboot. The reboot. He had like his 7th installment of the Impossible movie,
Yeah, I have no clue. on that.
or another, or he was a Top Gun guy.
I have no clue.
Tom Cruise.
I do.
But yes, this is.
There's a new Top Gun.
Well, this is amazing. I joked with these guys before. He was jumping on the couch over a girl that he wanted to marry. Her name was Katie Holmes. She was an actress also. And that was the year I was coaching at Crestline. And my father had passed away that year, and the team came to the funeral. And Katie Holmes was at the funeral because she was my niece's best friend. So the players thought it was huge. They
Yeah,
talked.
yeah.
They patted me on the back really quick and then said, "Why was Katie Holmes at your dad's funeral?" Because she was a big movie star back then. All right, here we go. NASA. NASA played an April Fool's prank by claiming that something had been found on Mars.
I have no clue.
Something that we need to survive.
Here?
Something that you guys Probably won a lot during practice.
My water.
There we go.
Carter?
All right. All right.
Hey, this
And
is
then,
hard.
because this started back in that year, so but this still goes on today, so you should know this. What is the name given to the shopping holiday after Black Friday? So there's Black Friday, the weekend ends. What do they call the next big day to go shopping and save a whole bunch of money? Shopping online.
Oh, is it Cyber Monday?
There we go. All right. All right, then this will be, this trick question. Who won the 2005 Stanley Cup? So, a big hockey thing. And if you get this, it's a miracle. You won't. So we'll just go by it, save some time. Coach?
I don't watch hockey, man.
No one. There was a lockout, so they were on strike.
That makes sense.
The United States, all right, the United States produced nearly 10 billion pounds of this fruit, and 5 billion of them came from the state of Washington. So do you have any idea what fruit is big in the state of Washington? They make great pie.
Cherry?
No.
Apple.
There we go. So apples. This is from Star Wars. So any of you guys Star Wars fans?
Mm-hmm.
And neither am I, so I wouldn't know this. Revenge of Sith. Do you remember that one, Coach?
I've never heard of it,
Okay. Is released in 2005. In the film's chronological order, we can play high-low on this one. What number is this movie? So there were 6 Star Wars movies all released. Which number was this one?
2.
Close.
3.
There we go. You set the tone for it. Video games. This video game required a special controller to play it, but it turned every living room into a concert. Oh, Coach knows this one. Did you play it, Coach?
I did not play it, but I know people that did.
Oh, okay. So if you're going to have a concert in your living room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the guitar thing?
Yeah, there you go.
There you go, Carter.
Guitar Hero?
Guitar Hero.
There you
There
go.
we go. You're all over it. I think Coach would have been hot in Guitar Hero.
Maybe.
And finally, games. And this one's still played. Mostly by old people, I think. My wife doesn't.
Hold on, you skipped one. Still have
Oh, I skipped one. Oh, okay. This should be an easy, because this would be most likely. In 2005, name the Super Bowl winner or a World Series winner. Who was most likely to win the Super Bowl? Who was always winning the Super Bowl back in
That's
those
easy.
days?
Patriots?
There you go.
The goat.
And the White Sox actually won the World Series.
Yeah, they did win one.
That's probably, that was like the first in like 50 years or something, wasn't it?
and the last.
Yeah, and they haven't won since. And then here's the game, and like I said, mostly old people play this. I can say this because I'm sure my wife's not watching. A paper and pen puzzle game was taking the country by storm. Even the New York Times got caught up in this craze. And so it's a game with numbers. I know that.
Yahtzee?
Close.
I ain't got
This
no
is
clue.
paper and pen. You write it down on
Sudoku.
Sudoku, yeah.
I've never heard of
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I've
I
never
never
played it.
I haven't, but
I can't figure it out. My
it
wife
does look
plays it all the
confusing.
time. So, yeah, but pretty good. Pretty good, you know. Well, a couple more things. You know, let's get back to basketball. But we still got one quick game. So one quick question and a quick game because I really like this. And we'll just get a couple questions in on it. But, so you played Seneca last night.
Yeah.
And who's up next?
Mansfield Christian.
Mansfield Christian. So
Yeah.
you got to go over there and play in the.
No, they
burn.
come. They come
Oh,
here.
well, at least you get to play where it's not 100 degrees in the
Yeah.
gym.
Yeah.
But a really good basketball team.
Very good.
You know, they're having a good team. So what's some of the keys to?
Really,
to
it's
getting
taking care of the basketball and rebounding.
Uh-huh.
They are athletic. They play extremely hard, and they want to turn you over, and they're very good at
They're
it.
going to press.
Oh, they're gonna press.
They're
yeah.
gonna press
Yep,
us a lot
yep.
of
So
times,
we
okay.
got to make sure we take care of it, which we can do.
Uh-huh.
If we get in our half court, we'll be all right. And then when a board goes up, we've got to box out. Davion Max, fantastic. Obviously, Amar's great. So we've got to make sure we keep those guys off the glass.
And is that something you guys are gonna keep probably reminding each other, you know, we gotta go to the boards, we gotta go to the boards, we gotta go to the boards? Because the game I watched, you know, I watched your Loudonville game at Loudonville.
Yep.
You were playing great,
Yep.
but like middle of third quarter till fourth quarter, it was like they basically shot until they made it.
Yep.
They just kept getting offensive rebounds, chasing it down, doing it, you know, and then suddenly, you know, you find yourself down 10 or 12, and, you know, now you're really pressing to do things, and
Yep.
you know, it kind of got away from you. So is that, you know, for you guys, what are some of the things you want to do to try to turn it into a half-court game?
I mean, just take care of the ball, just get it in, and not get overwhelmed by the press. Sometimes when we see a press, I feel like we get like overwhelmed, then we start playing out of our game, and that's when them runs start, and that's just all bad from there.
Well, you know, in being a guy that used to really love to press a lot, you know, the key is, you know, like you said, just staying poised and converting against the press a few times,
Yep.
you know, and they'll get out of it.
Yeah.
You know, if they're giving up more points than they're getting off of it, they'll finally get out of it because, you know, you're cracking it. Have you played them already?
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
so you guys know what to expect, and you know, just got to get it. And, you know, certainly wish you luck on that one. Well, we got one more game to play. This is kind of fun, unless you get number one. So we spin a dial. You guys will watch up there on the TV screen, and you just yell stop at some point as the numbers are flashing by. And I have some things here that you have to do then.
We'll do maybe 2 each?
And we'll do 2 each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's throw Coach under the bus and start with that.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Coach. So you just look at the screen and the numbers, yell
Just
stop.
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 Number 1.
Oh,
That's
well,
one I don't want, right?
He can't do that.
Why can't he?
Well, because I know he doesn't know.
I don't know. I read that
Question
one.
one is you have to sing. Well, maybe do you know Ontario or do you know anybody's alma mater?
None of them. Maybe Ohio State. Miss Carmen.
Can you sing a couple of lines too?
I don't
Carmen,
think so.
Ohio.
No, I can't sing it all.
Okay.
I can tell you that.
We're not gonna. Well, let's try it one more time. Spin it one more time.
All right. Stop.
All right. 7. After a win, what do you always do?
I think I go in there and celebrate with the kids. You know, after wins, I don't say as much as I probably do after a loss. I kind of just try to get pumped up with them and get them excited.
And
That's
then
pretty much what I do.
actually, the other half of the question, after a loss.
After a loss, you know, the worst thing about being a coach is the senior kid's head down. It's not, I think everyone thinks it's when you lose, but seeing them defeated, that's what hurts. So I always try to give them maybe the negatives, but then I always try to leave them with something positive when they leave the locker room.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. Kieran, you're up.
Stop.
Oh, again. We'll go again.
Yeah, let's get that
Stop.
one. 8. What do you plan to do after high school?
That's a funny question. I really haven't thought about it much, to be honest. I probably should start thinking about it. We took a trip to Pioneer the other day, and that's out the options. I don't want to go to Pioneer.
You don't want to go to Pioneer. Okay. So college might be an option?
Yeah.
Military an option by any chance?
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, but probably college and just figuring out. You know, being a guy that taught all this stuff and did this thing, you know, just take your time.
Yeah.
You know, if you know you want to go to college, that's fine. You can go to college for a couple years, just taking all of the prerequisite stuff and then figuring out, okay, this is what I really want to do. I tell people that all the time. You know, sometimes it's like you feel a lot of pressure to go major in something, and that's how I felt at least. And then I changed my major like 3 times. So found myself taking like 20 hours of summer school to try to graduate in 4 years.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to, you know, do all of that stuff. All right, Carter, you're up.
Stop.
Number 4. Oh, this will be interesting. Who on the team has the freshest off-court style? Who's the snazziest dresser or even worries about it?
I say me.
You?
He's lying, man. He's
Oh,
lying.
okay.
No, me or
I don't know why I was
Kieran. Me or
lying.
Kieran.
Oh, so Kieran, you think it's
Now,
you?
wait a second, does this include coaches? Because I know that neither of you two
No.
does better than
Oh, okay.
say.
Me or Kieran.
Yeah, I would say me or him. Yeah.
Really? Coach?
I don't think it's either of them.
I don't think he's even.
Let's
in the
go
top
with
three.
let's go with Brett Cheney on that one.
That-
I think probably
his
Brett.
rainbow shoes.
Brett, he always wears his Carhartt. He's ready to go. You know what I mean? He's ready for a work day.
Do
or
we have time
whatever.
for any more?
Ugly
One more
mellow.
question.
All right.
Yeah,
One more question. Who we go with?
We're gonna get a second one for Mr. Neesey.
All right. You're on. One more time.
Oh, hey. Stop.
5. Ah. Who comes up with the most interesting intro handshake?
We don't have those, but I'd say who would?
Who would?
Probably him.
No. I feel like Caden Jarvis would, man.
Oh yeah, we're
Who?
Caden.
Caden Jarvis.
Caden Jarvis.
Caden would like that.
Where'd you go? Coach, you?
I would say that I'm glad we don't do them because we don't. But if
Yeah, I
we
was
did have,
never really big on that.
if we did have a
It's
guy
good,
that
you know.
really liked to do them, it would be Caden Jarvis.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, hey, thanks for being on tonight. Hope you had a good time. And, good luck with Mansfield Christian. Good luck with the rest of the year and tournaments. And, just keep moving forward. Keep getting better.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for everyone
Thank
who
you.
helped out tonight. Again, a great time I hope was had by all. I know I had fun. And next week we have Colonel Crawford. And we're hoping to have the boys and girls basketball teams here. And I think I'm supposed to do it again. So, yeah, so if I'm still on this earth, I'll be here. All right. We'll talk to y'all next
Thank you.
week.